taking over as the new Detroit Lions team reporter, Dannie Rogers.
Yeah, what's up, Dannie?
Hello. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. You guys rock.
It's awesome to have you here.
Oh, hold on, I did some research.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't ever want Corey doing research.
She looks worried.
It's nothing bad. It's just
In junior high.
no. not that far back, but far back enough. So I was doing some research, and are we just taking everybody from the Rams? Because I heard that you were a former Rams intern, just like Brad Holmes was.
I was there for Jared Goff's rookie year.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so
Under Fisher.
no, McVay.
McVay?
McVay's first year in LA.
Oh, McVay's first.
Yes.
Okay.
McVay's
Yes,
great.
yes, yes. So I think there's going to be like 5 of us. You've got Michael Brockers, Brad Holmes, me, Jared Goff, and then an assistant coach as well.
It's pretty dope to be on that list of names. I'm just saying, Danny.
Right? It's not a bad one to be on. So I'm pumped. Yeah. So I'm excited. I haven't been around Jared Goff and really the NFL on a day-to-day basis in like 4 years. So I'm pumped. I'm just so excited to be back in the NFL.
Especially when you were here, like 2-3 weeks ago?
I think it was a month ago, but it feels like 2 weeks ago.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, you look at how much has changed, because obviously your current job, and we'll find out more about the transition on that, but you were with the Arizona football program, and that was your goal. You said, I'm going to get this season underway, and then we'll see what life's going to lead me to.
Yeah, I told you I'd be there. I'd be there for a season.
How did it work? Because obviously when we were talking, you said, I'm as shocked as you guys are with this announcement.
Yeah, so it happened very quickly. I just had a bunch of like Detroit media kind of keep reaching out. They kept trying to like, hey, here's this new job at home. We know you love home. And then when someone from the actual Detroit Lions had reached out, and they're like, hey, wink, here's our application. Wink, wink.
That's nice.
And that was kind of like the final push that I needed to put my name in the hat. So I got a call for an interview maybe 12 hours later. And then once I interviewed, I think I interviewed Tuesday at 4 p.m. I had a job offer Thursday by 8 a.m. So it happened in less than 48 hours. And then 3 days later, I was supposed to go home for vacation because college football, that was kind of our big vacation break, was in July. I had to end up flying my fiance out to Tucson so he could make the drive back with me. So we did the 28-hour drive in about 3 days, and it was awful. So it happened extremely quickly. Like within 5 days, I moved from Tucson back home with the job offer.
So you had to like get out of your apartment lease and all that stuff and then find a place here, or like what was that whole process?
Everyone's asking about the logistics.
Yeah.
I love logistics. So I had a condo with an awesome roommate, Maddie. She's recruiting over at Arizona. She's kicking butt right now. So we found this beautiful condo. We thought we were stealing it with how cheap it was, split between the two of us. So she let me leave my bed there. I'm like, you're going to have guests. You're going to have family come. Can I leave my bed here? She's like, of course. And when you come back to visit, here's your bed. So I was able to leave my bed. I didn't take a lot of stuff because I had just bought a condo 6 months prior in Southeast Michigan, in Monroe County. So I wasn't going to go gung-ho on buying a bunch of stuff in Tucson. So I really didn't have a lot out there. But I'm still paying my rent out in Tucson, still paying my rent here. So that's how I'm able to move back. Didn't have to break a lease yet. So yeah, it was quick. It happened real quick.
Well, we're happy to have you here. It's going to be a fun job. I mean, we always tease Corey that, like, you know, Corey's got the dream job here. He gets to hang out with the players. He gets to interview them. He gets to be a part of the culture and, you know, reflect that with his reporting. And now you get to be, like, literally the person that highlights everything for the Lions, essentially.
Like the timing, too. I feel like this time right now, and maybe just because we're a bigger part of Detroit sports media now, feel like there's just so much that we're wanting to know, the inside with the organization, and it's all going to be coming from you this season.
That's no pressure at all. Yeah. Wow. No, it's crazy because I came from a really, really good culture at Arizona football. You walk in there every day, everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, and it's one of the most high pressure jobs you could possibly have, working in football. So one of the first questions I asked when I was vetting kind of this job, because I'm able to do that, I'm like, how's the culture? How are the vibes? How's the energy there? And multiple people said it's the best energy that they've had in a very long time, and that they're knocking down walls there. So that was enough for me to be like, all right, let's go home.
Yeah, to your point, that's why I had to laugh, because I was at OTAs and minicamp, and not going to say names, but a lot of people have said that right now the vibe at Allen Park is the best it's been there in several years since Jim Caldwell was there. So you came home at the right time.
And I just heard Jim Caldwell speak to Arizona football like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
He was
Oh.
speaking to us. I'm like, what are the odds? Yeah.
It's all
Crazy.
coming together.
Yeah.
It's all full circle,
Full
right?
circle. Exactly.
So what are you really looking forward to when you tackle this job? Because obviously it's a little bit bigger than Arizona, even though football in Arizona at Arizona is like life. But now that you're in the NFL, you have this leading role. What are you really looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean the NFL is the NFL. You can't downplay it no matter
Right.
what you try to do. So I think the first thing is tackling training camp. I've been here before. I've done it with the LA Rams as an intern, as a 21-year-old intern, so I know what it looks like. So getting through training camp, it's going to be, I'll just be studying all day long, players and coaches, because I have been immersed in college football, not the NFL, over the last couple of years. But I've always been watching. I've always been keeping tabs. So the first thing will be, for me, is studying and getting everything down, and then getting through training camp, and everything is going to kind of lead into preseason week 1 for me, for the Bills. In the past, they let the team reporter sideline that game. And it was just announced Monday it'll be live on the NFL Network, which is insanity. So that's my first thing is
So you'll be the sideline for that game?
yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking to that
awesome.
game. So everything in training camp, would have loved to be here for OTAs and mini camp to really get a better feel. But so it'll be kind of a crash course getting ready for that first preseason game for me. And then it's kind of just, I'm just excited to finally like be in and recognize faces on a daily basis and say, hey, what's up? And just walk into coach's office and be able to talk football. That's one of my favorite things in the entire world, is how much I can learn right now. Because you can never learn enough, especially in the team reporter role, on the field and off the field. So, I mean, connecting with the coaching staff, the players, the fans, and just getting all like these opportunities that come with it that are so dang cool is, I think, what I'm the most excited about. And plus, traveling with the team and going to all these NFL cities that I've never
Heck
been
yeah.
to.
That's going to be the
It's
craziest
going to
part.
be exhausting because I've done it. I was a lacrosse manager in college, so I know what the travel schedule looks like and how exhausting it is. But yeah, I'm excited to meet a bunch of people and just be back in a very familiar place, which is the Ford Field sidelines for me.
I kind of want to go head to head to see who had more jobs between you and Corey, because you just named
I
like
know.
6 different jobs in such a short period of time. But I mean, it's going to be a big transition for you, obviously. And you mentioned moving back home. I mean, we want to offer up Corey if you ever need any help, because obviously Corey's been diving into this organization. Every single thing you could possibly know, Corey is that insider right there.
I was just about to ask her, like, you know, you're back home. You were obviously, you know, you're following the Lions from afar, and you're hearing all the stuff about Dan Campbell. Now you're about to be interviewing this and being around this guy on the regular. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, and when I was at Arizona, it was slowly getting around that I was going to the Lions. Everyone was like making their connections, and one said that they had played with Dan Campbell, and he was just an awesome human. So the other day I was like just being weird and watching all of his highlights, especially with the Lions. I'm like, this dude is cool. Like, he was good. So I'm excited for his energy, for his wit, and just some of the things he says that are so funny. But you can tell that he is very passionate about this, and he knows his stuff. And I mean, they've been hyping up how many coaches are former players, and Dan Campbell, I think, went from being a player to a head coach in 10 years, which is kind of insanity. I think Jim Harbaugh was the only other person to really do that in that amount of time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll say that.
So we had Jamal Williams in here, and Stick asked him a great question, and he said, what would it look like if you were to bite a kneecap? So I feel like it's appropriate
I was just picturing
that we kind of have to ask Danny Rogers, the new Lions team reporter, what she would look like biting a kneecap.
I'm not even sure where to. Do you want like?
We can offer you up Fish's kneecap if you need, like, if you're a method actor.
You want me to just? That's a lot.
Jamal Williams' reaction when he asked that question was the greatest thing. He literally was like, I grabbed like this.
I know, like, do you want the position of what I'm gonna, like, how I'm gonna, like, be, and like how I'm gonna grab it?
I
Two
mean,
hands.
are you gonna use barbecue sauce?
I know.
For, you know.
Kneecaps are hard though.
Hey,
You got to braise them. That's what I hear.
Okay.
You braise the kneecap.
There's a whole preparation process
Yeah,
to
there
it.
is.
I feel like he left out.
If you want it done right.
Exactly.
So obviously you're going to be a big part of the Lions this year. I'm not sure if we're allowed to ask you this question, but what do you predict their record is going to be? Because we have a whole thing going on in the office right now. Art is leading the 10-7 train. He is all over it. Like, he's made graphics for it. Like, he's trying to fire up. I got him at 8-9. Corey, I believe you're similar to that.
No, I'm like 5 and 6.
Boo.
5-6 wins.
Yeah, I was 8 as well.
What about you? Do you have a lot of faith going into this season, or are you expecting it kind of like everybody else? This is just like the treading water season. Then next year we take that leap.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Okay, good.
I can't answer that. That's okay. I'm hopeful. Every single time I would turn on the Lions game the last 4 or 5 seasons, I watched every game, and I was still hopeful no matter what first half lead they gave up that they were going to come back and win. So that's where I'm at. I'm very hopeful. I'll never wish a losing season on any team reporter, but it does make us better. So
how does it make you better?
You gotta be able to package questions and interviews and stories a little. It's a little harder. You kind of have to spin a few things.
Yeah.
You know. So and I'm just prepared for either way. And being a hometown girl, I want the Lions to go to the Super Bowl. I want us to go to the Super Bowl at one point in my life. So
This season?
yeah. So I am hoping and praying that we just get better.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'll say. Yep.
You're from Monroe, right?
Yes.
So you've been a Lions fan your whole life?
Yeah. It's hard for me to say I'm a fan right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, no,
Right.
but because I would always watch it from an analytical perspective and watch all the news and stuff and really kind of like think in my head and break down stuff. So, but yeah, I was raised as a Lions fan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the only really pro team. We loved the Pistons because we grew up playing basketball. But the Lions were what we were watching on our TVs every single Sunday.
That's the way it is in my household too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got my routine. Everybody, I think, has their own little Sunday routine, which is
Sticks
fun.
is better, though. He gets pizza every single Sunday.
Yep. Pizza and football every Sunday. That's my
Love
routine.
it.
Yeah, there's
Love
nothing
it.
better than it. Like, I look
Right?
forward to fall every year just for pizza and Sundays.
That's a lot of pizza.
It is a lot of pizza. It is a lot, but it's delicious, and I love pizza.
I agree.
I love pizza. Corey, so you guys are going to be crossing paths a bunch in the hallways and stuff like that. So I'm glad we get to at least introduce you guys, so you guys have a good symbiotic relationship working together.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, is there anything you want to ask Danny? The tips, tricks?
I'll ask her off camera.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah. love
Welcome
it.
back home, Danny.
Thank you.
I can't
do
believe
this.
So
it.
glad to be home. Let's do it.
When that news broke, when we saw your tweet, and Joey was like, "No way, we were just talking to her."
Yeah, I was just asking her questions about Arizona football.
I know.
Coaching staff, and she's back.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I meant to text. I meant to text you.
Like, that was crazy. Like, for real, we're just
Yeah.
proud of you, and welcome back home. This is going to be amazing. And with us, I mean, being on a personal level, it's going to be really cool to just get to talk Lions more.
Right? Yeah, I'm excited. NFL all day.
All day.
Every single day. Let's do it.
Is that's your favorite sport by far is football?
I was
know
hoping
you
to-
said you were lacrosse and all those things too.
I do recommend watching college lacrosse. I will say that. But I wanted to retire in the NFL. So getting the shot at 25 to do this is kind of insanity.
That's
to me.
amazing.
Yeah.
That
so
is
we're
amazing.
just we're riding the wave.
Congratulations.
We're doing it. We're riding the wave.
You're going to make me break into tears like Monty Williams yesterday night.
It's so hard to get
Love
here. Well, Danny, have an incredible season, and obviously anything you need from Woodward Sports, we're more than happy to help. If you need an extra cameraman or something like that for something special that you need, like, we're here to help. Like, the whole purpose of this is for all of Detroit. You know, we're Detroit fans. Like, I got no problem saying I'm a fan. I know you can't because you're a part of the organization now. But, like, Terry Foster rips on me all the time because I use the term we and us.
I know.
He's like, we? They ever give you a paycheck? It's like, no.
When you've been losing this bad with anybody, you can use the term we.
Yeah.
We get a championship ring, by the way. That Super Bowl, when we win it, we get a ring.
Oh, that would be amazing. So, yeah, Danny, thank you for stopping by the studio today. And anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. And congratulations once again. This is so amazing.
I mean,
all people, Danny got it.
And that's the thing, too. It's like just having conversations and seeing what she had to do in her career to get to this point. I mean, when she was with Arizona, literally editing, shooting, producing every single element that you could think. Any Danny piece that you saw, she put in all the work and efforts towards it. So it's a great hire by the Lions organization, and we're excited to have you back home here in Detroit.
And I guess with that, you got any advice for any young up-and-comers that want the grind like you do? Can you tell them how to get to where you got? I mean, I know it's all somewhat happenstance, but at the same time, your hard work, dedication obviously led you to this point.
Yeah, I'd recommend graduating college early. Getting out in December is actually super helpful. And then I was just never complacent. Every single full-time job I had about 2 or 3 freelance jobs lined up along with them. So I've had 7 different jobs and since graduating from Michigan in 3 years, all of which have helped me get to this spot right here. Like, it was very purposeful. Be very purposeful and try to do as much as humanly possible, even if it means working 30 days in a row. I don't recommend do that like once a year, but that's it. So that the grind, just do not become complacent, and treat everyone around you like it's not like it's family. Actually, I'm not going to say that because me and my sisters go at it.
Just treat everybody the same. That's the thing, because you did not know you would get this gig.
Oh my God, no. And it was connecting with people that were like my bosses at U of M, and people I had talked to on social media. That was it. Treat everyone just kind. Yeah.
Love it. Love that message right there. And obviously you're from the mitten because you got that grind to you, and that's what we do here. We grind till we make it, or we don't stop. That's a big thing too. Never stop. So thank you, Danny Rogers, for joining us. Coming up next.